Hi, I'm Bill Donohue, President of the Catholic League. This is Mike McDonald, Director of Communications. With the run-up to the 250th anniversary of America's birthday, we've been doing a number of different thematic podcasts on this subject. We got more to go again next week. But today I want to talk about the malcontents, people who are always looking at the dark side of America. Why do you think there are so many people in elite quarters who always want to look at the dark side of America?
Yeah, Bill, that's a good question. You got a good piece up on the website looking at some of the trends that we're seeing from these people, some of the similar statements, and a lot of it involves slavery. America has an ugly past, genocide, all that stuff. And it seems to me that a big part of it is trying to divorce people from their history. I'm sure you want to talk about this a little bit. A lot of these people are divorced from their own history. But to divorce people from their history so that they can then create a new foundation for this sort of utopian society that they want to usher in. I know you've spoken a lot about this in your books, and I think it's good to sort of look at the theoretical level, but you actually have some really good examples looking at some of these institutions that have been pushing this narrative that America is irredeemable and flawed. And
Well, nobody denies that we don't have dark moments in our past. That's true of individuals. It's true of the best of individuals. Martin Luther King was a tremendous asset to this country in developing human rights for African Americans. He also had a very checkered, in fact, a very dark personal life. His womanizing, the fact that he cheated his way through college. This is a man who, on his personal side, a lot of minuses. On his public side, mostly pluses. America has minuses. America has pluses. The question is, where do we look overall? I would say the pluses way outdo the minuses. But look at the people who are the most vociferous in reminding us that, remember, when you have your 250th anniversary, patriotic Americans, don't forget about slavery. Time magazine, The Nation magazine, The Washington Post, okay? These people don't come to the table with their hands clean, right?
right, no, they've Time named Hitler of the Year, Person of the Year twice in the 30s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Washington Post also had not a lot of negative things to say about Hitler in the 1930s. And, I think the big one that you mentioned there is The Nation. That was the Stalinist publication, and Stalin was a really, really bad guy.
Yeah, it is amazing. I mean, if you take a look at the editorials of the New York Times, even they had 9 during about the Holocaust, 9 during that whole period, critical. Washington Post went easy on the Holocaust. You had Time magazine went easy with Hitler, and The Nation magazine, founded in 1865, people, it goes back to the time of the Civil War. This is a publication which lauded Lenin and Stalin, even after we knew about Stalin killing tens of millions of people in the Soviet Union. Walter Duranty received the Pulitzer Prize from the New York Times. He covered up the killing of the Ukrainians by Stalin, and so they're going to tell us they defended Pol Pot, they defended Mao Zedong. In other words, they defended, the blood is on the hands of The Nation magazine, one of the greatest defenders of genocide and totalitarianism in American history, probably number one. And they're going to tell us, don't forget about slavery. They said, literally, Mike, that to celebrate America is still a sham. No, what's a sham is that anybody would believe the propaganda of these left-wing lunatics who hate America and who defend slavery and genocide under Joseph Stalin. We don't need any lectures from them.
No, we don't.
All right, thank you.